Welcome back to Dragon Ball Anime Review, Part 2. This I'm viewing the Tournament Saga. Yep, the Tournament Saga, which was the second official saga series, though you can kind of think of this as two sagas combined into one. Yes, the first half of the saga is mostly the Turtle Training School arc. This was set up at the end of the previous arc. And this covers in the anime episodes 14 to 28. And if I can get the thing to work properly. Yeah. Basically, 1420 is the hero training stuff, which is simply this. Now, because of the new saga, is there any new characters introduced in this particular set of episodes? Officially, two. Only two new characters are introduced in this very arc. One is actually still around to this very day. He was introduced in the very first episode of this arc. The other one becomes a recurring character, mostly appears in this series. As appearing in the following series, her appearances were very scarce. Like, very rare, minor appearances. Like, my gosh, it was so rare. Like, it was so rare. Whenever the episode, we have Goku going to Master Roshi's house because they're going to train under him. And what is everyone else up to? Well, as mentioned of the Emperor Pilaf arc, they're going home, back to West City. Yep, that's where they're going, West City. Yeah, I forgot to mention this. Yamcha and Bulma become a couple in this. And they remain a couple up until, like, the Android Saga. Yeah, by the time that arc starts up, they're no longer a couple. Because Bulma's hooked up with somebody else. A guy who is also voiced by Christopher Sabat for some reason. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Bulma hooks up with two guys who are voiced by Christopher Sabat. I thought it was quite hilarious. And, of course, this guy basically she would have two kids with. That we'll discuss in a much later video. Yep, and we just basically get them wandering in the desert, and they eventually get back to West City eventually, and Goku goes back to his house. Now, I first point about his house. In Dragon Ball itself, the house itself didn't really appear very much. Yeah, Goku's original house. Z actually had made more prominent appearances in Z than it did in Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball is all about having an adventure. That's simple gist of it. So he basically gathers up his things, not everything in his house. And apparently he doesn't lock. Apparently his house doesn't have a key, so he doesn't lock up his place. Though I think the animals don't bother to go to his house anyway. So he goes in the flying nimbus to go see Roshi. Yep. And Roshi gives him a task. Become my student, get me a girlfriend. Yep. He tries. Finds one guy. One person. Nope. Take it back. Eventually found somebody. Smoking hot. And it's a mermaid. Where in the world Goku found a freaking mermaid, never explained. It's like, okay, try again, but keep it as hot as this. And also in this very first episode, we introduce to Krillin. Yes, one of the most important characters to the franchise of Dragon Ball Z. Why? Because he's Goku's best friend, and the fact this guy will later get married and have a child later on in Z. Though he was one of those characters who no one suspected of getting married, but yeah, he got married. Yep, got married and had a kid with a smoking hot woman. And I'll get to her eventually when I talk about the Android Saga. Yep. Yeah, people basically know what I'm discussing about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so, then basically Krillin's like, okay, like, I become your student and talk about, like, how, like, and Goku asks, like, why are you bald? And he says, all martial arts shave their head bald. And Roshi says, my head's naturally this way. Yep. And it's like, okay, you want me to become a student? Fine. Help Goku find me a girlfriend. And that's what they meet. That's what they get used to Launch. Now Launch's introduction, it looks very similar to what I saw in the series Trigun, very semi-Western. And we see her coming. And here's the thing about Launch. Launch has got a split personality. We have the cute Launch, the good one, where she's got blue hair, she's got a ditzy attitude. And there's the bad Launch, who actually is a wanted criminal. She is a blonde, smoking hot woman who loves guns. Yep. And she's one of the police, and Goku basically easily defeats the police really easily. Like, oh my gosh, he meets up with him, beats him. I was like, oh, those are real police. Yeah, but here's the thing: the police in this series are written to make a trigger happy morons. They try to shoot a freaking child. I mean, last time I checked, cops do not act this way in real life. They'll automatically go for their gun when they see an unarmed person. Oh yeah, Goku still got his power pole. He beats the cops, takes launch with him. Oh yeah, and the whole split personality thing, that's was all of her sneezing. Yep. And they get there, it's like, ooh, good job. And become students anyways. And then they introduce something that, as far as I know, they never used ever again. Basically, Roshi pressed a button on the side of his house, and it turned into a capsule. Like, okay, can we move with the bigger island? Yeah, this is something that's never explored in the series after this. I mean, he goes to this large island where he's going to do his training anyways. And after this training is over with, he's back to a small island. And when he went back there, it's probably assumed after the tournaments have wrapped up. But why he never uses ever again is never explained. It's like they introduce this really interesting concept about the Kami House, but they just don't bother with it at all. Oh yeah, and they basically have this. There's a scene basically where it's a very adorable scene. We have Krillin and Master Roshi sleeping on the first floor, and I think this is supposed to be Roshi's bedroom. We have Launch and Goku sleeping in the same bed, and basically Launch just gives him a peck in the forehead, not a kiss on the lips per se, but yeah. And then of course she somehow sneezes overnight, and then she basically shocked to see a Goku's in her bed, and then Goku basically kicks her in the face, knocks her. I was like, and Roshi's like, you should be more careful with women. Oh, and what is their training? Okay, first, they spend every morning delivering milk. And not by helicopter. Nope, they have to run all over the place. They also have the zigzag through some trees. They spend a lot of exercise. And then we do farming. Not with tools, originally with their bare hands. And eventually with tools, though now with power tools. Okay, a lot of muscle mass. And then later on, they decided, like, okay, why don't we have you guys, well, put on these turtle shells, these 50-pound turtle shells. And eventually they increased to 100 pounds. Yep, and thanks to all the training, all the workout stuff they did, they built up a lot of strength, and they get a lot stronger. So, of course, they found out about the World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, I should point out that in the Dragon Ball, the first series, the World Martial Arts Tournament is only seen 3 times. In Z, in case you're wondering, how many times does the World Martial Arts Tournament actually make a physical appearance in the series? In actuality, once. In the final set of sagas for the series. I'm not counting Cell games because that is basically just one guy versus a bunch of them. But yeah, World Martial Arts appears once in DBZ. It appears once in GT. Super Period, they have a couple of versions of the World Martial Arts Tournament, yeah. We also get a chance to see that Goku reunites with Yamcha and the gang, which is earlier than when they were originally depicted, and then they go off in their preliminary rounds. Oh yeah, and also we get used to the infamous gi that Goku wears. Though, minus the weighted clothes that he's not wearing, I mean, he has the blue wristbands. Now, originally they came with suits made by Launch Ball people, and Roshi had the gis, which are these orange, almost like one-piece outfits, well, two-piece outfits, like a vest, top, and orange pants, and like a black belt, and of course, shoes. Originally, when Goku trained with his shoes ripped. It's like, okay, can I get new shoes? And try to race again, and of course, he'd get it in like 8 seconds. Yeah. Of course, yeah, a lot of it's, oh yeah, that was another thing they did. Lots of running. Like, a lot of, like, also swimming, like, across, like, a lake, while being avoided by a freaking shark. I'm thinking, a shark in a lake. That is quite unusual. What's the matter? Could they find a freaking alligator? Who knows? Oh yeah, and what's Yamcha been up to? Well, he's been training. He came back, apparently grew a beard and had his hair much grow longer, so Bulma basically cleaned him up and, of course, cut his hair and shaved his beard off. Now, I should point out, though, by his hair, in the Amperpelop saga, he had a mullet. Here, he finally got his hair cut, and his hair stays short for the rest of his appearances. His hair never grows long that I can think of ever again. And Oh, and Krillin, when he's first introduced, he wears a temple attire, then of course he wears his gi just for the world martial arts summer. Then he goes back to his temple gear because what happens in the actual arc itself. And we also get introduced to, well, of course, Yamcha participates in this one because of course he does. We also get introduced to a few new characters appearing in this particular arc. One, of course, is Roshi disguised as Jackie Chun, to play Jackie Chan. And like three of the characters, one of whom does never appear in the series ever again after this very arc wraps up. That character is Ramfan, a smoking hot woman who wears a t-shirt and green pants, who uses sexual pleasure to get her way. Yeah, as for why she stopped appearing in the series, no idea. And though it was later revealed she got married to a guy named Trunks, no, it's not Bulma's son. Oh yeah, and when she first introduced, she's 23. Yep. We are introduced to Nam, and I think his name's Gogar. He's basically kind of this pterodactyl creature. Mm-hmm. First, we have the preliminaries, which have one of the matches has, well, a couple matches. Krillin faced a Bruce Lee impersonator, and of course one of his bullies that he had. Yeah, it was revealed in a flashback in this very arc that Krillin was bullied when he was a lot younger. And yeah, so he took out one of his bullies. The other bully was taken out by Yamcha. Goku takes out his opponents pretty much easily. And then we have the tournament brackets. Now, the 8 people participating in the main tournament, we have Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, Gogorian, Ramfan, Nam, Jackie Chun, and I think who else was it? I remember it was 8. I'm trying to remember who the 8th person was. Oh, Bacterium. Oh boy, Bacterium. And Krillin fought at the bottom of the first match, and this guy was absolutely disgusting. Apparently, the guy had never bathed. He apparently doesn't shave, and he also doesn't wash his outfit. He also never brushes his teeth. Yeah, this guy is disgusting. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, does he appear after this arc wraps up? Yes, he appears once in the King Piccolo arc. And that's it. That's the last you see of that character. Nominally, he appears in the next tournament. Ramfan doesn't. Yeah, and Krillin actually fights Bacterium, though he basically he doesn't discuss it like putting his hand in his trunks, his stinky fingers, like, oh my gosh, this was so disgusting to watch. Eventually he gets defeated by Krillin because, oh yeah, the point out that Krillin doesn't have a nose. So he beats him by knocking him out by farting in his face. Oh yeah, this was after that Bacterium basically teabagged him a lot. Though you gotta get back in because of that. Then we have Goku. Well, the last match is Goku versus Gogorian. That was quite interesting of a match. Yeah, but before we get to that one, we have Yamcha versus Jackie Chun. Which, this was a pretty interesting fight, and Jackie Chun won. Yeah, that match lasted for a pretty good period of time. Then we have Nam versus Ramfan. Oh yeah, and also Jackie Chan was basically drooling all over Ramfan because she's smoking hot. Yeah. And Nam beats her. And of course he beats her after she decided to, during the match, take off her clothes. Just to seduce him. And it doesn't work very well, so he tried to close his eyes and just knock her out, just politely toss her out of the ring. Just so he do any harm to her, because apparently Nam is that much of a gentleman. Yeah, but the reason why he's in the tournament, actually it's revealed, because he needs water for his village. That's the only reason why he participated in the tournament. Of course, Yamcha, Krillin, and now for Goku and Krillin, it's to gain experience. Yamcha for the money. Jackie Chan also for the money, also basically to make sure that his students don't crush their blows. Gorian don't know why he participated in the tournament. As for Ramfan, probably for the money. Yep. Also, this episode gets used to the announcer, a guy who appears in every single World Martial Arts tournament that's shown in this series, and he's voiced by Eric Fail. This is the first of 2 characters I could think of he voiced. The other, of course, being Future Trunks, of course. Oh yeah, and his outfit simply is like a suit, and he's also basically an announcer, also a referee as well. And For being a referee, he's like very lenient when it comes to certain things. Like, oh yeah, and also like when they had the match between Goku versus Gregorian. Yeah, the match was about to start, but got delayed by rain. And after they had like a brief like skirmish at a restaurant, Goku's by fine, but lucky enough that Jackie Chan said, "Hey, don't fight here, fight in the arena." And of course, then they're about to participate in the fighting, but Goku's asleep. And then we have Ranfan's technically her last appearance in the series after she's defeated by Nam by fighting Goku who's asleep, and basically the announcer who basically does want to make sure this match is basically taking place. He basically drags Goku to the match because Goku got tired. Yeah, and and then we have Goku basically on Goron. Basically, it was a pretty good match. At one point, he basically ties him with gum and throws him out of the arena. But look if Goku summons Fly Nimbus, and of course, Goron calls foul on that. But basically, Goku basically decides that yeah, it's part of the arena. And the judges agree. Yeah, it's part of the arena. It basically came from the sky. But he says, okay, we'll agree with that, but don't do it again. Though next time he gets out of the ring, also in this match, his tail comes back. Yep, his tail comes back. Eventually, after his tail goes back and he breaks out of the gum, he basically smashes up a wall and Goran just surrenders on the spot. Okay? And then we have, I think it's like Nam versus Jackie Chan. Not Nam versus Jackie. I think it's I'm trying to think. I think it was I know Krillin. No, Krillin didn't fight. Krillin fought. Actually, Krillin fought Jackie Chan but lost. I'm trying to remember who was it. It was Guess there's four left because I know that Krillin fought Jackie Chan. I think Goku fought Nam, and Goku actually won. Yeah, he won. But look up, Jackie Chan was thinking, hey, take this capsule, take that water over there. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. And look enough, this plot thread does not get resolved until the start of the very next saga. And then we have, well, Krillin versus Jackie Chan, who put up a pretty decent fight, though he lost. And then Jackie Chan fought Goku. This is a pretty interesting bout. And of course, Jackie Chan kept declaring victory a lot throughout the whole fight. He's like, man, just stay down. It's like he really was so desperate in this fight so quickly. At one point, he threw Goku out of the arena. And, okay, since Goku couldn't use the flying nimbus, okay, what is he going to use to fly back? Come back. Well, how about his tail as a helicopter? Ingenious. And eventually, at one point, they run out of energy. He's like, okay, why don't we just settle this with our own martial arts? And after a good long while, they're pretty much exhausted. But thanks to a special kick that Jackie Chan uses, Jackie Chan wins the fight and gets the 500,000 centi. And what did he do to celebrate their successful bout in Goku didn't win, he got second place. Go to restaurant, which Goku nearly has Roshi spend all his money. Well, all but 30,000. He's got like 30,000 zeni left. Yep, and then it says Goku like to do more training afterwards, like have go out like to like do like another journey. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go out and find my grandpa's Dragon Ball. Boba gives him the Dragon Radar, and they fly off, and that's it. Yeah, aside from two new characters and using like a function of the Kami House, and of course development for Goku and Krillin, and yeah, and of course the introduction to World Martial Arts Tournament itself. Unlike the first saga, it had a lot of stuff introduced. This saga didn't introduce a heck of a lot of stuff, but a good amount. At least they developed it really well. And basically, seeing Eric Vale's first character he voiced in the series was awesome to boot, okay? So yeah, that's it for this particular review. My next review will be on the first of a 3-part review on a Metro saga referred to as the Red Ribbon Army saga. Yeah, it's the first of Red Ribbon Army, General Blue, and of course Commander Red. Of which I'm almost finished with Commander Red. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 videos on it. Yeah. Oh, and the War Martial Arts chapters from is chapters 24 to 54. Roughly 31 chapters in just 14 episodes. Yeah, that's a lot. The look I did this like a over your after the series actually um after the arc came out. Yep. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering how many sagas there are for Dragon Ball, there's like 9. Yep, there's 9. But stay tuned for part 3 when I talk about the Red Ribbon Army saga. This one will be quite interesting to say the least. See you in the next video. Bye.